Good morning, everybody. 10 o'clock. I have a plan on my chart, the one I posted this morning. I want to explain how to play it. This does not need to happen. I want to explain the difference between speculation and what's going to actually work. So, my speculation, if we are setting a low and not just chopping the low out again and again and again, is that we will eventually pop, but what I don't know is how long it's going to take. So the X, or rather the Y-axis on this chart doesn't matter. It can take as long as it wants. The second thing is, how do you play this? You don't need to play this part. This is a demoralizing thing because we're just chopping sideways for a very long period of time. We are in a big brutal flag and it doesn't have direction to it. So what can you do? Well, if we make it up here, generally what we want to do is set a higher low off of right here, this green bar. Okay, so that means it can pop to about here or here, and we don't know where, and we don't know how long. But once it does, we know to get bullish, we want to see a higher low somewhere around here, which is going to be 7590s to 7600 area. Okay, so the idea is let it chop and let it do whatever it wants. But if they send you the signal, that's not the long. The long is the higher low. And then once the higher low holds, then you can trust a trend. So that's a little bit different, right? I'm speculating what I think what the ending of this chop will look like, but the actual price action component is when the higher low is held on top of this flag that we've been setting up above all-time highs for the past, I don't know, it's been a while now, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 2 weeks of sessions, okay? So we need to see the first pop, basically. Do I think we're going to get it? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be pretty, though. Like, if we get it, and then just boom, big candle, that'll try to bait you into longing. Don't long that one, okay? Once we get up here, you look for your first higher low. Now, the tricky part of this is it doesn't have to look like this. This is my speculation. It could come all the way up here and set a higher low off the top of the structure. It could come a little bit more shallow and set a higher low right here, then break out, and then set another higher low off the top of 7615. I don't know what it's going to look like until I see more. That's the only tricky part, okay? Is Bitcoin setting a low? I don't know. It looks good. I made a video this morning that said that it could be, and we're back at my entry right now. I explained why I use that as an entry. I explained where I'm going to trim, where the stop loss is going to go. Basically, I think it's okay. I think right now, I think you can, if you're in a knife catch, you can use a 61.3 as your stop loss. But really what you want to see is you want to see it push through here, come up to here, and then give you an opportunity to trim right here at 66.9 to protect your long position. If you trim 66.9, what you'll do is you'll put a stop at this low right here at 63, basically putting your whole position into profit with the trim. If you had a 64 entry, now not me personally, because I had a 73 and a 64 entry, right? So that's not the same for me. But if you got in on a knife catch 64, you're looking okay. Yeah, I don't know. Bitcoin looks okay. We'll see what happens, but just know ahead of time, if it comes up here, I'm going to tell people to trim. Whether you choose to trim or not, it just has to do with your own feelings. You should though. You should, because if you do, you can tighten your stop to your entry. And you can ride the whole trade in profit. The goal is always get into a trade and ride it in profit by protecting your stop loss, selling the first expansion candle, and then getting into a solid runner all the way up to target. Hopefully that makes sense. So putting this out early to let you know how to play it, because I think how to play it's just as important as what it'll look like. I want you to know the difference between when I'm speculating, like now, versus when the price action comes into play, like later with the higher low, and be able to orient to the chart. Guys, I know it was scary last night with Bitcoin coming down, because I said I think that the low is right here, but we need to touch grass a little bit, and I put the low right there because I thought they were going to front run that and not give the backtest entry to 61.6, because this is the 200-week SMA that everybody watches. It just feels like it should have been a trickier trade than that, so I put it at the first support above it. But at the same time, like this is not the type of, like, this was like 2.5% below the entry of drawdown. So I don't know, guys. If you're worried, that's okay. But come on. Come on. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.